This week, from the internet, Seth Rogen's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is not the name of a new marijuana strain, but it did cause a severe case of paranoia on Twitter. Plus, Hasbro hopes you'll be their Valentine and stop dunking on their Star Wars The Black Series Black Krrsantan action figure. And don't call it a comeback. Wait, no, do call it a comeback. Chippendale are back in action on Disney Plus with a new trailer that is absolutely nuts. There's no case too big, no case too small. When you need help, just call the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who saw the new concept art for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies from Seth Rogen and lived to tell about it, Bill!
Hi, everybody.
We're still here. It's funny, last week we talked about Collect Jurassic getting shut down by the man, and this week we had our own taste of that. We received a copyright strike on Twitter. Let me pull up the message I received when I woke up Friday morning, I think it was, maybe a different day. Your account has been locked. The Reluctant Adult Podcast at reluctant_pod on Twitter. What happened? Your account has been locked because Twitter received a compliant Digital Millennium Copyright Act DMCA notice for content posted on your Twitter account, but it didn't say what it was. But I had a sneaking suspicion right, that it was the turtle picture from the new Seth Rogen movie that everyone posted. Everybody posted it, so they had a lot of cleaning up to do. It's so funny at that point. What are you even doing? Why are you even trying to bother getting it off the internet? It's still up there. If you go on Twitter and type in Seth Rogen TMNT, you're going to see it. There's actually 3 photos. I didn't even see the other 2. Did you get a chance to look at this before it was scrubbed from the internet?
I mean, yes, when it was sent to me by you, and then
that's right. I sent it to you.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
of course.
You can't put the toothpaste back in the tooth tooth tube. So honestly, this is not after the Michael Bay stuff. This is actually it's more comforting. I wrote that it appears like if the turtles were in a golden book, like a kid's book.
It does look like that.
They're softer. It's sort of like watercolored, like patchy green and everything. I think it's fine. If this is exactly what it looks like, fine. If they refine it a little more and it looks better, fine. I'm fine with this, especially, it's probably just gonna be a one-off. I don't think this is like the new direction forever.
It's
a movie.
It's not like
art. The new show. Well, and that's the thing. This is just concept art. So it's possible that the final product looks nothing like this.
Right,
so maybe that's
different.
why they wanted to get it off, because it's going to look 180 degrees the other direction.
Of course.
Oh, I forgot about Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was the worst. If that's what this looks like, the internet would have broken a bad way. I don't think you're going to please everybody unless you have.
No, of course not. No.
Unless you remake the original movie designs. Right. I think that's what people want. Which honestly, why not go back and do that?
At this point, it just seems like Turtles just needs to be, I'm going to say, shelled out like piecemeal between the fandoms. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not, like you said, you're not going to please everybody, but you're going to have the original people. I like the 2000 series more than I like the original cartoon.
The one that was on Fox. The traditional animated one. I love that series. I also loved the first Nick series with Rudy playing the voice of Raphael.
Yeah,
Sean Astin. I thought that was a great series. It went on forever. It went on too long. They ran out of stuff. Like, they went into space. Right. They got crazy, but it was good. Rise was bad. I think universally panned. People didn't even like the toys. That was the worst performance since
Still at Ollie's.
Right. What was that costume TV show that they teamed up with the Power Rangers? Next Mutation.
Oh, is that the Next Mutation? Yes.
Yeah. So that the Rise was the worst performance of toys since that. Yeah. So that it was a big Turtles week. We also got new reveals. This is basically Toy Fair week, so companies are rolling out pictures that we would have seen from Toy Fair, but we're seeing them on the internet, which is fine. Which is where most of us would have seen them anyways.
I wouldn't have gone anyway, so
we wouldn't have been there anyway. So rather than getting like cell phone photos, we're getting like professional releases, which
is nice.
They always roll those out anyways. Yeah, it's just a different feel, but it's fine. Let's actually start with Playmates. They were the first out of the gate with a reveal, and they had the Ronin, the last Ronin.
Yes, the last
from that comic, which I'm not familiar with. I had to actually look up the Wikipedia to see which turtle was the titular character of the last Ronin. Are you familiar with it?
So I've also had to look up the comic book because it's violent. It's not like your kids Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's some.
It's like everybody's dead except one of the turtles, dead. And he goes. Yes. But it's like, which turtle is it? Because he has all of their weapons. And I wasn't sure if that was a spoiler, but apparently his identity is revealed at the end of the first issue. So it's not like a super spoiler, but it's the turtle you would least think it was. It's Michelangelo.
Oh, no kidding. Interesting.
Oh, you didn't even know that?
Yeah. I didn't even know that. No, of course not.
Look at that. Breaking news here. Wow. So it's like you pushed him too far. It's like he's not a fun-loving, pizza-eating goofball anymore. He's out for blood.
Killed all his brothers. Isn't that the comic book where one of the turtles' face gets like completely burned off?
There's in that 2000 series you were talking about, they do an episode in the future, and like Leonardo or like Donatello's missing limbs. I think that's also from the comics where he has robotic limbs.
There's a robot. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So Playmates was the first to release, and we're like, what the hell is Playmates doing?
Big news. So everyone was like, wow.
They're actually,
it's very exciting. Very exciting.
It's a new sculpt. I think the head is actually reused from those turtles they've been doing forever, which is hilarious to me. They still found a way to reuse some parts. But like, not even within the hour of that dropping, NECA changed their Twitter profile image to their version of the Ronin turtle.
It wasn't even an announcement. It was just a profile change, and it's just too funny.
It's like, now that NECA has this rivalry with Playmates, which I don't understand, because Playmates owns the turtles. I almost feel like you're playing with fire. Like, can't Playmates like take that back away? Or maybe at this point, Nickelodeon's like, no, whoever's making us money is gonna get it.
I think Nickelodeon obviously has the master license for
the
brand turtles, and they're just slicing off pieces. I'm full of the puns tonight. Accidental puns.
Love it. Yeah. So it seems like NECA feels a little bit comfortable rubbing salt in the wounds. Like, obviously they can produce something that looks better than what Playmates do. It's just like and I'm assuming the cost associated. I think wasn't the Ronin turtle for Playmates announced at like $29 or something wild like that. Yep.
So you imagine.
So that's probably how much.
Close to it, right? The NECA one will probably just be maybe just shy of 40.
Yeah, it won't be crazy much more than that.
No,
the Playmates version does have a chase variant, the black and white chase variant. So if you like that, try your hand at getting that. So no word, no update on the NECA version. They just sort of threw that out there to, I guess, like undercut Playmates. Like, why else would you do that? It seems like all those canceled pre-orders, that hour that people had to pre-order the Playmates one, how many cancellations did websites see? NECA kept the turtle ball rolling. Today, Saturday, was a big announcement, but before that, actually, it must have been this morning, the fourth turtle in the Universal Monsters collaboration was revealed, and it was Michelangelo as. Is it only the third? Who we're missing? Donatello. I believe it's only
the third. Yes.
So we have Raph was the first as Frankenstein.
Yep.
Leonardo as
Oh no, you're right. But have we seen the vampire? It's a vampire.
No. Is that what Donatello is? We have not seen that.
I believe so. I don't think we've seen that because Leo's the hunchback.
Right. Okay. So the third reveal, Michelangelo as the mummy. This one absolutely sells it for me. It's just hilarious. It's very thin, which I appreciate. It comes with two heads. One of the heads is either a reference to, or it like has to be based on that photo that floats around the internet of the head from the movie that is just deteriorated
Right.
to the point of like completely pulled back. Head. Right.
Yes.
You completely see the teeth to the gums.
There's no gum
line. It looks just like that. Everybody made that connection. Everybody posted the picture that you can find. Hilarious. I love. Even if it was coincidental, I love it. It's just so funny.
It looks great. Looks great. So that sells it for me. I haven't found Frankenstein Raphael yet in the stores.
No, I haven't.
But I need to get on these before Halloween. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd love to find them in stores. I may just end up pre-ordering through Entertainment Earth at this point, because now I need to be all in on these, because you can't just have one. You got to have all of them.
Right, of course.
I probably want to keep them in the box. Although I don't know. It's tricky. This might be one of those buy two of them because they're so great.
Sure.
But we'll see. But that wasn't it for NECA reveals today. No. They announced and they revealed the Ninja Turtles movie 2, Secret of the Ooze 4-pack in that movie vertical movie box, like they did the VHS looking box, like they did for their first set. This one's going to be, you can pre-order it on the NECA website for 2 weeks, so you're guaranteed to get it. I say guaranteed. People still haven't got the Turtles in Disguise set. That keeps getting pushed back. In theory, it's not going to sell out, is the case. You have 2 weeks to get your order in.
You do.
It's not going to be a sellout situation. So those Turtles, the updated looks from the second movie, people don't like the puppet heads as much as the first one. I think they're they made them a little goofier. Maybe they thought it was too scary in the first movie.
They're a little friendlier looking.
Yeah, I don't know, less realistic, I think, too. Like a little.
I think it's got to do with the eyes. The eyes are a little bit more expressive.
Yeah, just a little bit out there. So that's,
but they look good. They look good for what they are.
They look like the source material. So whether you like it or not. More exciting than that is the accessory pack that they're going to put out, which comes with 5 alternate portraits. You get 2 Raph, one with the tape over his mouth.
Yep.
You get a lot of fun accessories. There's like the mop, the double-ended mop. With
you get some cleaning supplies. You get some
you
aprons,
get some soft goods,
for cleaning April's apartment.
Yep. You have the payphone. You have the keytar. It looks like
the keytar is in there. Yes.
You have the baby version of Tokka and Razar as their the
pre-mutation,
non-mutated form.
Exactly. So you don't have to get you don't have to go to Michael's to get little stand-ins of a snapping turtle and a. Was Razar? Was he just a dog or what was he?
I think he was supposed to be a wolf, but he just looks like sort of a dog. Look at the picture of the NECA sculpt. I feel like that's not where a dog's eyes should be. Like if
you did show me that. He looks a little friendly. That's what it is. He looks a little friendly or surprised, like that dog.
Well, they're puppies.
It cocks its head and it's like, oh.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's the weird thing because it obviously takes place in New York, and they're like, find the most dangerous animals you can find, and you're not going to find a wolf in New York City.
Sure you are. You are.
You think so? You think they raided the Bronx Zoo and were like, get the wolf? Oh, and the snapping turtle. Fair enough.
Or just
I would have liked to have seen that. I would have liked to have seen that scene.
So, we should film it.
Okay.
We'll do our own fake deleted scenes, where they go and get these animals. I think they just knew a guy who was an exotic animal dealer, and this is
maybe
what he had
they
left.
Had a Joe Exotic.
That's what I always thought. They had some backroom zoo going on.
Maybe.
And then what else is in there? There was something else fun. There's bags of chips and cups, which is fine. Another 4 slices of pizza.
So I'm more excited about this accessory set. I can't think of.
Well, tell me what I'll look it up while you. Yeah.
No,
look
I'm
it up
very
while you,
excited for this set. I'm more excited for this accessory set than I was for the original movie accessory set, which we skipped.
Oh, the
I know I
computer.
skipped
That's
it.
the other thing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm collecting old timey computers now in
Fair
toy
enough.
form.
Yes.
I have the one from Jurassic Park.
Yep. That's good.
There's a
It's good
hat,
start.
and it looks like there's like a baby Ruth bar or something. Oh, and a
Oh,
broken
sure.
canister.
Oh yes, the
ooze.
canister of ooze.
So this is a great set. What
Very
did the
good.
first accessory set run for? $50? Less than that?
I believe it was 50, and we kind of shied away from it because obviously we had to
Yeah.
pay for that NECA shipping, and it was like,
the
costing
15.
that out, it wasn't really worth it.
This I feel like is worth it, especially if you're not getting the new turtles, because then at least you have the heads.
Yeah.
But you were saying the skin tones might not match with those first
They
turtles.
might not.
They might not.
They
But
might
whatever.
not.
Put the trench coat on them.
Right.
They're so goofy.
So that's also an
Yeah.
open pre-order for 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
Good.
You know what a smart move is to get two, because those accessory packs go for a lot on the secondary market.
They do.
They
They do.
definitely are a good value, and they're also smaller, so it's easier to ship them out. The other announcement in this group of announcements is that Tokan Raza are going to be up for pre-order again, which
Yes.
I understand why they're doing it. They sort of soft announced this a while ago, so it's not unexpected.
Right.
I understand why they're doing it. I do feel like when they first did the original, they said that these would not be offered again. But it's always, they're not here for you to make money on the secondary market. They're here for them to make money for the property. So I understand it, but I also understand people who bought extras to sell eventually down the road who might be a little upset just because you invested. And we always talk about investing in toys compared to investing in the stock market. This is the difference between toys and stock market. I guess in theory, you could make more stock. That's a thing that happens too. But toy companies could make more toys, and that's what's happening here. So if you were looking to sell yours for profit, you probably still will be able to, because there will still be people who choose not to order these or whatever. But
True.
I have an extra set that I was sort of holding on to for a rainy day or whatever. I'm still going to sit on it because it's a great set. I like having one mint in the box because you never know, like, if the other ones break, they're really heavy. But I can understand people being upset. So I'll just say that. Of
course. Well, I don't think the market's gonna decrease in the short term, because you're still gonna have like lead time to get this product out. Like,
it could be a year before you get these.
It might be a year, exactly, or it might be like Turtles in Disguise situation where they're sending out emails saying that your Turtles in Disguise has been destroyed. We'll offer you a refund, or you can wait another 9 months?
It's at 9 months.
Something wild like that.
Still no guarantee. Okay, so I think we talked about this when they first came out. The set cost how much to buy from Neko? Was it $50? Probably more than that.
Which
60
set?
Maybe? The Tokan Raza. How much did we pay
Tokan
Neko
Raza
to
set?
get it?
Wasn't it 75?
Was it 75? Okay.
I believe it was 75.
Even so, it's probably going to be more this time. First
of course.
So you're already paying more. I think I wanted to sell it for what, 300 or like 250? Like, that was the sweet spot. If it hit that much on the secondary market, I would sell it. Looking just quickly now, it's right around 200 with free shipping, or less than 200 with free shipping. So like, you could maybe make $100 on the set, which is good. I think I wanted to make more if I was going to sell it. Like, it's worth more to me to keep it than to sell it for $100. So
gotta make that Razor Crest money.
Oh my god, yeah! If it got up to 1,000, that's what I'm waiting for everything. All my eBay listings right now are $1,000. Like, every item on there. Some of them, no chance in hell it'll ever sell. Seriously, I have 6 things left on there. If you want to pay me $1,000 for any of those items, I will gladly sell on eBay this year. But yeah, so it's like, I don't think these ever really had a huge aftermarket value for whatever reason. I mean, these are great figures. I'm not sure why. But yeah, so they're going to be available again for whatever price NECA's going to sell them for, a pre-order situation. maybe buy another set. You can, if you know you can make $100, you can pay, you can use that to even out the rest of whatever you spend your money on from NECA.
Well, the big speculation on these two is people are willing to buy another set because they think there might be like an updated deco. Which,
well, that'll be something. That
isn't necessarily that's a gamble in my opinion, because you don't know.
You think they would show off, like they would use the original photos but then change the actual product that you're going to get?
Right. I don't know if they would definitely do that, but people feel like because of the Turtles in Disguise, which has that matte finish now, which wasn't necessarily a buy-in for a pre-order. You could find it in stores. It was just a running change. That they're going to assume that down the line, Toka and Raza might have a little bit better paint apps. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they'll just go back to the old masters and be like, use this.
It won't be intentional. If it happens, it'll be unintentional. Yeah. It's not going to be like an April situation.
Oh my God. Ugh.
You finally got your April, right?
I did. I got 2, and those knees are ugly. Oh my God, are they bad?
Oh, you got the original sausage knees?
I did. They're bad.
I'm sorry. That sucks. I got the last set that I ordered, which is Ace Duck and Mutagen Man and the other friends. They're still sitting in that shipper box. I haven't even dug into it. Just like, it's just so far back of my mind now to like.
I know. I need to take a picture of like my backlog and be like, this is what I have to open. Be like, no.
I'm not opening them. I'm not opening any more turtle stuff. It's just it looks fine in the box. I just don't need it to be open. If anything, it's going to break.
Track down any of the accessories. Right. You don't have to track down like storage for the accessories. It can all just be stored in the boxes.
Yeah, and if I have room to store the boxes, then I'm going to keep them in the box because I like the box. I think it looks nicer. It's a nice presentation.
Oh, it's an attractive.
The figures are box. They're not like hidden like some. And then some companies I'm looking at like Mattel Ultimates, they have all the extra pieces like taking up more space than the actual figure. No, NECA figure is front and center like it should be.
Right. Very good.
So lots of NECA, lots of turtles. I think we got all the turtle stuff. If not, we'll come back to that. Let's very quickly, or maybe not so quickly, but let's talk about Hasbro's Valentine's Day massacre, if you will. So Monday, this week they started unveiling some new figures, which I think are based on the or like this is okay. So we're talking about Black Krrsantan. How do you pronounce his name? Krrsantan.
Yeah,
Krrsantan. So this is the character that the majority of fans were introduced to in the Book of Boba Fett. He is the Wookiee.
Right.
He is the large,
the alpha Wookiee, as it were.
Alpha Wookiee.
He's just he's a big guy.
hot Chewbacca, if you will.
Yes.
So Hasbro unveiled a figure of him, which in retrospect seems to be based on the comic. Which is unfortunate for Hasbro because most people are now familiar from what he looks like in the show. This figure is just a straight up Chewbacca repaint with a new head. Even as Chewbacca's bowcaster, people saw this and just crapped all over it because it looks like trash.
The fact that they even went through with posting it for sale, it's just laughable because I haven't even pre-ordered it.
Just make it clear that this isn't from the show and that a show version is eventually coming. Like, I don't know if they anticipated the backlash, but it was rough.
So this one, like, it follows. So they have like a subline, like anything. They've got like these comic expanded universe packs, and that's what this is kind of following. So it just opens like a book. And even this one's incorrect. This is Karnor Jackson. It needs to be a completely different character, but whatever Hasbro, you didn't. I don't know. So that's where they're going with these.
Big swing and a miss on this one, yeah.
Oh, huge! He just looks like he was like dipped in like black tar or like oil. He's super glossy.
Yeah, he's black fur Chewbacca. You're supposed to scrub those images from the internet. Like those were some crazy college years. Get that down. It looks
other
bad.
accounts were like, let's try to put the Black Series Wampa in its spot.
Yes.
Did you see that? They're like, let's use the Wampa and sell it as a deluxe figure.
If you're gonna reuse a body,
reuse
I don't
the
think
Wampa.
that was gonna work either. Somebody did a nice custom using Chewbacca as a base, but at that point, if you're Hasbro, you have to start from scratch. And I think they will when they do the show accurate. This is just an unfortunate timing thing.
It definitely is.
They should have planned better, especially releasing it the week after the show ended. Like, of course, people are going to think this is from the show. And Hasbro, other than showing the box that has the comic art, has not done a good job of differentiating this from the show.
No, and I don't even think they came out. They don't come out and often admit their either mistakes or just like clarify.
They do not clarify. No, they don't like to do that. It's very strange.
The social media is very odd. Like you'll get not even like an apology. We're not even looking for an apology. We're just looking for like an explanation, and then just here's a pipeline reveal. This is coming down the road, but in the interim, here's your greasy black Chewbacca.
Ugh.
God, it's like he went on like he's got like dangly jewelry on his fur, and he's got like a really poorly finished off bandolier. Like it's got like no detail to it. It's just like a flat orangey gold. Right. It just looks like absurd.
They chose the whatever image from the comic that was going to be the easiest to make, and they're like, "That's what we're going with. No color."
I feel like it's not so unfortunate. I think Hasbro over the last like few years feels like they can't make a mistake. Like they'll recover from everything, and then just recently, like with the Rancor and everything else, they're starting to realize, oh wait, we can't get away with everything.
Yeah.
They also did. Yeah. They also did. Are fans still
gonna buy it? Yeah. That wasn't the first Cad Bane figure. That was based on.
It's based off of the
appearance.
Bad Batch, the Bad Batch appearance. So it's not even his appearance in the Book of Boba Fett. There, it's a
no. Yeah,
Bad Batch appearance.
But it was So it was a totally different sculpt. I know his eyes were squinty in this one.
All right, a lot of people were like, "Oh man, at least paint the eyes. His eyes are very squinty. Like you can't even tell that they're open." It's hard to say. I'd imagine like the leg tooling is probably the same from. That Cad Bane that came out a year ago. He just doesn't have the duster. So they probably just redid the forearms, or the top, the bicep. He kept the forearms and then used the chest because he looks rather lanky. He doesn't look. I mean, he is a lanky character, but he doesn't look built up. Mm-hmm. But that's just Hasbro how it is now. Not stellar, but Amazon exclusive too.
Well, great. Oh, and it was expensive, wasn't it? It was almost $30. It
was almost 30. It's long since sold out, so we'll have to wait until.
Oh, really? It's sold out. So
it's sold. Yeah, it's sold out in an hour. They did.
See, they can put up whatever. People will still buy it.
Of course.
All right, so not a great showing for Hasbro.
No.
But let's move along to something a little more positive. We've talked about mini brands before. We love them.
Yes.
The toy ones. I think last week we introduced that they're doing Disney ones. I think they might still be available on the Target website. They were in stores. I was able to do a store pickup. So I got a bunch of them.
That's good. I tried and then I went looking and they were all sold out everywhere.
Here's R2. They're very good. They are very good. Yeah. So I thought it'd be fun if we did a live unboxing because I have one here. I have one on my shelf that I'm going to leave in the ball forever. But I thought we would let's do a live unboxing.
Time capsule. It's like a time capsule.
Exactly. I have some of the toy ones too because I got the shipper the display shipper.
Oh yes, you love that.
And I just left them in there because like at Five Below, if you bought it, they would let you take it with you. So that's what I did. So if you're not familiar with these, there's 5 chambers, like an orange, and once you get through the 2 plastic
chocolate oranges.
I was reading.
Oh it's double plastic.
Right. I was reading on the because it seems very wasteful to have all this plastic, but I was reading
Yes.
on the just instructions or whatever that this is recycled. So whatever that means, but it's not a total waste. So okay, so each little chamber you see, let's get this on focus. It's more important. So we have 5 items. Here we have a 3PO.
Oh, nice.
To go with my R2. That's nice. Yeah.
Very good.
So I've opened a bunch of these now. I will say that. Can I see? There we go. So I do this. I did already get a 3PO, 3PO, but still cool figure. So we go. I'm still looking for that Buzz Lightyear.
How do they size up with the 1/12 stuff?
I'll give you an example in a second.
Okay.
Can I see it? There we go.
Oh, yeah.
So this is that Millennium Falcon from the Disney store. So some of them are just cardboard. Like there's nothing, there's no plastic toy in this. But it represents the toy very well. So this one's new. I don't have this.
Star Wars in this ball. Nice.
Yeah, 2 Star Wars already. I wondered if they had any sort of process about how you divvy up the different properties. What do we got? Oh, we have a Cinderella doll. Nice.
Beautiful.
We don't have this.
There we go.
Don't have Cinderella. I have a bunch of the other ones though, so I'm getting pretty close to complete on the dolls. I have Woody and I have Forky, but I really want a Buzz. That's like the main thing. Another Forky. There's a gold Forky. Yeah. This is not a gold Forky, but so there's Forky. Fun figure.
I was not a Forky fan. I like the movie as a whole, but I was not a big Forky fan.
I thought it was a fun concept, like how he's trash, but he was a little annoying.
I'm not a big Bonnie fan either as a toy owner. No. I don't care for her.
As a toy owner. All right, last one. Come on, Buzz. Oh no, baby doll. Baby doll, Tinkerbell. I already have her too.
Toss it away.
So not the best ball. Although I got 2 Star Wars. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at them in front of me. I actually really like the shelf. I'm trying to pick this up. So the shelf is something they
that is nice. Yeah.
But the colors just work really well. Yeah, I got a Baby Yoda bag. I just think I would like to have more shelves to display them.
Have you seen the storage case at your Target? I think that's like the one thing my Target did have. And then I got to see how it actually worked.
It's Darth Vader. How does it work?
Nice. So you open it and there's pre-molded inserts for the toys.
Yeah.
And they just kind of sit there, and then you can probably carry them around and be like, check out my display of awesome Disney merchandise. Is that Stitch?
I think it comes with an exclusive too, or at least it does in the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got
probably one of the gold rare exclusives.
I don't think that one actually comes with a gold. It's just like I don't even know if it is exclusive actually. Yeah, so that's I got a couple of Grogu cups too. I think that's kind of funny, like these little, it's like not a toy necessarily, but other stuff that they sold at the Disney store.
You can get enough cups and make like your own little Disney display of like multiple cups.
Yeah.
You started belonging to a couple mini brand Facebook groups, and you were saying they were nuts.
They just have so many extras to sell. This is the worst, where it's just the box, and then it's like, this is a little kitchen. Like, I guess they have to offset. Like you put more detail into like an R2, so you have to offset it by having like just cardboard. And then there's like the telephone. So like I don't think anybody, if you had your choice, would choose the Polaroid telephone or not the camera, Polaroid camera.
Yeah.
I don't think you would choose that as your mini brand, but
no.
Oh no, this is the worst. Let me show you. This is Hawkeye's bow.
Oh, boring.
That is stupid. What are you gonna do?
Give it to the Hawkeye Marvel Legends figure. Be like, it's so little.
It would not be on scale.
Are they not scaled up for like 1/12 or?
No. Well, it depends. Each one is a little different. They're not all uniform.
Okay.
My Flynn Rider got absolutely destroyed. I don't know what happened to him in that ball. He's crushed. Speaking of being crushed, I love these Star Wars pops that look like the comic. So I couldn't find him in stores, so I ordered it from Target.com. Look at that. Crushed window, and it was crushed, and it was wrapped in bubble wrap, so it was crushed like this before they put it in the box.
Just
unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Squeeze. That is unacceptable.
So I gotta bring that back, and I gotta find another one. I need him,
especially
now,
how
and I need Vader.
You can get a pop if you get a pop at like on Amazon. They send it in their own shipping box.
I love it. Yeah,
that's
the way it needs to go. Speaking of ordering on Amazon, they shipped one of the Power Rangers sets really early, and that came in its own Hasbro box. Let me show you.
Oh wow!
There we go. So we got Astronema and Cliptor. Yep. Very cool looking. Very nice. There we are. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep that in the box for a little while, but that's a very nice
big
figure.
Week for you.
Obviously, you're paying for him. It was like stuff coming in.
It was a late week after the Razor Crest, so I think that was the big one.
Yeah. You had enough to do with that. One more thing I want to show and tell. So these Fortnite cabinets. You've seen these.
Yes.
This is how it comes if you buy it. This guy, let's get his name right, Kyle Robinson, he has an Instagram where he creates the stickers that you can put on the cabinets. So this is the X-Men Arcade. He has a ton of them. This is the Turtles Arcade.
Yeah.
I already did one. This is the Simpsons Arcade. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. Very nice.
Nice. It's very nice. Does he have Mortal Kombat? I'm assuming he's got Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, he's got Mortal Kombat. So obviously the Simpsons Arcade was 4-player. So he working with what he's got here. I think this is very nice. So you can go to, he sends a little extra like advertising sticker, which I appreciate. So go check him out on Instagram. I think you can still buy those, but I love it.
What else we got? I don't know. Those arcade cabinets, what's the cost on those? Because I might be interested. Not the decal cheap itself, but the
cabinet.
Yeah.
I want to say $11. I don't think it's much more.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
And then they come, if you collect Fortnite or you whatever, it comes
right. It's weapon case. Storage.
Like, that's the whole gimmick. But it comes with weapons.
Right. Yeah, just toss those out.
Well, I don't know. There's
what other games? What other games could you put on for?
It's a nice. You give that to Snake Eyes.
You could.
Oh, look at that! That's a nice piece.
It's decent. I'm still waiting for that Snake Eyes.
Look at that! A mason jar. A mason jar.
Wow. I can put Stingy in that.
I don't know what goo is in this. Is this open to see? No. Oh, you know what? Is this like that character that's made of blue that I have?
I don't know.
Is that him? Like
is it like a health pack? Is it a health pack?
It might be a health pack. Yeah, I don't know the game at all.
I don't know anything about Fortnite. Not a thing.
I don't know anything about Fortnite. Fortnite.
What other games? Mortal Kombat. Huh? What did you get for
the arcades?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Like for
the Simpsons, Turtles, and X-Men.
Turtles in Time?
No, it's like the first Turtles.
Oh, okay.
I tried to get with like the weird looking April.
Oh, yes.
It's like human April.
Human April? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to get ones that were iconic to me.
Would go with figures that you're currently collecting.
Let me look on I can see on his site what they show. Yeah, there's Mortal Kombat, Dig Dug. So you can go real deep with these. They got a Spider-Man, Space Invaders.
Oh, wow.
Is that the other turtle? Yeah, they do have Turtles in Time. Yeah. I mean, pretty much he's probably going to make everything ever because the only cost to him is the time to design it.
Right.
There's a X-Men versus Marvel or X-Men versus Street Fighter. So these, I think they're really nice. I think you could probably spray them with a little shine just to give it a little final piece. But it's pretty good. It looks really nice.
They look good. I'm
gonna line them up, and these are in great scale with your 6-inch. So Batman, I think, is a little taller, so you can see he's a little bit tall for it.
Oh yeah.
But if you have like the Marvel Legends figures, there's He-Man, so he's a little too short for it. Actually, he's pretty good. The He-Man figure.
Okay.
But I'm a big fan. I've always wanted I like creating like little realistic scenes with my displays. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Very good.
Let's see what else. So this week started, it seems like a million years ago, but the Super Bowl was last Sunday.
Yes.
And who cares about that? But there were Super Bowl ads, and they kicked things off with the Doctor Strange trailer, which had a big kind of reveal. Like they're not being too coy about it with the Professor X voice.
Right. So they do have. I'm assuming it's Patrick Stewart doing.
Yes,
some
I would
ADR
have to
on that.
assume that. No, I mean I think he's going to be in it. I think they're going to show him. So that had people speculating that scene where there were people sitting in chairs is the Marvel Illuminati, which I knew nothing of. I had to Google this. There are certain individuals that appear in that, including Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four, which then brings you back to the John Krasinski casting rumors. And it's like, okay, well, was everything we heard true? Were these all actual leaks? We'll find out. And then there's the rumor that Tom Cruise is going to be a version of Iron Man. It did look like
a lot of frozen clips, frame by frame of this one particular shot, but it doesn't look like Tony Stark. It doesn't look like Monica Rambeau or Brie Larson's Captain Marvel or anything like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like Tom Cruise, but stranger things have happened. There's probably a lot that's cut out after that Spider-Man trailer where they're cutting out all the additional Spider-Man.
Right. So Marvel is
there's a lot of stuff going on in those trailers.
Marvel loves to play tricks and play games with their trailers. Remember
and that's
in the Avengers Endgame, they had the Hulk in the Hulkbuster or something. I kept waiting for that.
I think they just had the Hulk, and then they lifted that out and they just put Banner in the Hulkbuster.
Yeah. So just because you think you see it in a trailer doesn't mean it's actually going to happen.
Right.
Some people were speculating that this movie was supposed to happen before No Way Home.
Really?
And they had to retroactively, figure out how to change the dialogue in No Way Home to make it make sense. That's why it seems like in the beginning, the story seems a little convenient.
Yes,
you're gonna play God with the world just because this kid didn't get into college.
Right. And I guess that makes sense. I mean, a lot of these Marvel movies have been pushed back by several months.
Yeah.
I think the release date for this was due out in January at this point.
Right. So that's part of it. So
yes.
Who knows? It is what it is now, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing. There's going to be a lot. If you like cameos, I think you're going to like it.
Yep.
I'm excited to see that whenever it comes out.
Speaking of movies, Easter eggs aplenty.
Oh, does it come out for Easter?
It comes out in May, but so a week after. But
that's
Easter
appropriate.
Eggs.
That's how they should market it.
Yeah, right.
Done hunting Easter eggs? Not quite yet. See Doctor Strange in theaters. Only in theaters. Batman comes out in a couple of weeks. I've decided I am going to see this in theaters. I'm starting to get excited. For it.
What's exciting
I'd love
you
there
about
to be. I don't know. I just remember seeing those original. Help me with names. Who's the director of the last Batman series?
The Christopher Nolan stuff.
Yeah, the Nolan Batmans, and how much I loved a grounded Batman.
Yeah,
and people always when they cast Bruce Wayne or Batman, people are always like, oh, him. So but we're always sort of delighted. So this is another one of those the sparkly vampire guy, but I think he's gonna do good. We're gonna find out.
Unless you're George Clooney, right?
Well, we knew he was gonna do great. We knew it. He was gonna be the best. There were set leaks of The Flash, some movie where the original Batman film Michael Keaton is back in the suit, looking good, looking pretty original, except the belt is a different color. Strange choice, but whatever. I don't know what the hell is going on with these universes. If you saw the end of Peacemaker,
I didn't.
Then there was another cameo. I suggest watching that. I won't spoil it for you because it was pretty cool. Peacemaker, man, maybe because I had no expectations, but this show was great. It did such a good job with these characters, telling a story, giving them enough characterization, and the story was twisty enough to keep you in.
Yeah,
very good. Everyone did a good job. So they greenlit season 2, so that's exciting.
Okay. I can't get past episode 3.
You keep falling asleep?
I keep falling asleep, yes.
Just skip to the last one. It's worth it just to see.
I'm enjoying watching the interactions between the crew. So it's not that long. It's what? Is it 8 episodes or is it 7?
It's not many. It might even be 7.
No. Okay.
The character, I don't know his name. He's the larger gentleman. He was on New Girl. I know him from the Sarah Silverman project. He's got the beard. I've always been a fan of his. He does very good in this role. So they kept promoting this last one as like, oh, I can't believe the studio let us do this. It's gonna be crazy. And I kept watching it, waiting for like what they were talking about, thinking it was gonna be like a plot point or something, but it's not. It's a cameo, and it really is like, I can't believe that the studio let them do it. So it does one of those rare things that does live up to the like holy shit expectation.
I'm glad I haven't seen any spoilers for this then. So
yeah, people are being pretty good about it.
Yeah.
But try to see it as soon as you can, because people are gonna, at some point it's gonna get spoiled for you.
Maybe after the show I'll watch episodes 3 and 4. So
let's see. Oh, another trailer, Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yes.
What are you watched it, right?
I did.
What are your thoughts?
So I thought it was going to be, I saw the logo, I went to YouTube, threw it on there expecting to see a completely animated CGI,
right?
However the case may be, Chippendale Rescue Ranger. What I got,
like Alvin and the Chipmunks,
surprised me. Exactly. What I got completely surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I don't know if I'm still in the minority at this point. I was very much intrigued and wanted to see more based off of like what was presented to me.
So the poster has a 2D Chip and a 3D Dale. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's just trying to show that it's like a transition from the old to the new.
Yes.
The tagline is, it's not a reboot, it's a comeback story or something like that. Okay. That is a very accurate tagline, because the story is basically the original series happens, but they were like actors on it, or like not so, it's like Roger Rabbit. Like those things happened, but it continues into present day. So it's been 30 years since that.
Yes. And they're like has-beens.
Dale
kinda.
They're like has-beens because they haven't been used in the current media. So Dale has got the CGI surgery, which is a funny way to frame it. But other characters, just like in Roger Rabbit, appear. Saw Scrooge McDuck in there, the My Little Ponies. So like modern cartoons too. So it's going to appeal to like younger people. But there's definitely going to be enough for like us old folks. Like the Disney Afternoon characters are going to pop up. Like we're probably going to see some Gummy Bears or like Darkwing Duck or something.
That would be exciting. I mean, I don't know. You and I were talking last episode just about how they couldn't redo Roger Rabbit, and
I know. We were just saying how it wouldn't work.
It happened.
They found a way. And
it's going to Disney Plus, so we can enjoy that there
for free. Yeah. It's made by the Lonely Island guys, which is Andy Samberg and a couple other guys that you used to do the like digital shorts on SNL.
Yeah.
So like people our age that grew up with the show, that appreciate what it meant, not trying to change it too much. I mean, like change it not at all, really. A continuation. It's such a unique, other than Roger Rabbit, there's really not anything else. And maybe like Mary Poppins, maybe a little bit, but it's not anything we've seen in recent times. So I'm very excited because I've always loved Chippendale. I hope it's good. I wonder if by the end, if Dale goes back to 2D or Chip becomes 3D, like it's gonna be so weird if they're each a different animation style. It's very strange, but it's good. It's a good strange. It's good to just have something be so unique like that.
I really want to just kind of see this be a continuation of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Like, it's in that universe. That's what I really want to see.
It's like all the cartoons that ever existed live in the same universe.
They do.
Yeah, which is unique. I mean, it's a fun way. Like, I always try to think, like, if an actor plays a character in one movie, does that character exist in a larger universe that would interact with other characters? Like, there are other versions of them, like just stuff like that. Like, so like with cartoons, it's a little easier to do that because there's not really nothing has to make sense.
No.
Yeah. Sort of in line with this, the Muppet Babies cartoon is ending. The last episode aired on Friday.
Oh boy.
I don't know if your kids like this show. My son really did get into it. He calls it the Muffet Babies. I can't say Muppet, Muffin or Muffet. It had a few seasons. It did really well. I think it had a planned end and it ended. But I
tried with my kid. She just wasn't into it. Really tried.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like, I was listening to an interview with the producer, who's also the voice of Kermit, and he was saying that they didn't try to like reinvent the original Muppet Babies. It was like the Muppets were playing characters, and those characters happened to be babies. So it was like more in line with the like the Muppet Show and the Muppet Caper, Great Muppet Caper, and stuff like that. So like I really appreciated it. It was really good, like children's programming too, because it wasn't dumb. Like some of this stuff is just so stupid.
Oh yeah.
But the animation was beautiful. They said they invented a new technology called Jiggle Tech. So like if you had feathers, they would ruffle.
Oh, nice.
Like they were animated as if they were puppets. So like, Kermit's hands were sort of jiggly because that's how the puppet works. So like a lot of work went into making these characters look as nice as they did. So that's ending. That's over. I hope there's something more. Maybe they'll do like the Muppets grow up a little and there's another series that's going to be on Disney Plus or something.
Like Rugrats all grown up.
Yeah, but like good and successful, not like that. Yes. I did see today that Darkwing Duck is going to get a series on Disney Plus. So if that's just a continuation of the DuckTales version, that's fine. That was great. If it's something new, that's good too. Always a fan of more Darkwing Duck. I want to talk about wrestling for a second.
Okay.
So this is a very weird story. I don't know if you heard about this. Do you know who Cody Rhodes is?
Yes.
When AEW, All Elite Wrestling, started, there were 4 guys who started it, along with Tony Khan, who is the money guy. Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, 2 guys, it's a tag team, and Kenny Omega. They all signed on. They were EVPs in the company. So their contracts were a little different. Like they got healthcare and stuff. They were like actual employees, not just wrestlers. So it was always sort of assumed that these guys would be with this company forever. It's like they created this company because they didn't want to go to the WWE. And like for Cody Rhodes, he had been there. He left because he was unhappy. He requested his release. This week, it was announced that his contract ended and he did not re-sign. He did not have a new contract with AEW. And there was weird stuff posted on the internet, like the company like wishing him well and like big like text messages saying like, I really appreciate, I really enjoyed my time there. So like everyone's first thought is this is an angle. This is a gimmick. And like, it's like, he's going to leave, be gone a couple of weeks, come back. But then like the reality of the situation started to come out and like news of like, he wanted X number of dollars, but they weren't willing to pay him that. He wanted to be the top guy. But like in the 3 years they've been around, they hired CM Punk, they hired Daniel Bryan. So all of a sudden he comes in at the top, but these other guys start, eclipsing him. So he doesn't have the bargaining power that he wanted, that he thought he should have.
Right.
So it seems like he wanted a new contract for a certain amount. They didn't want to give it to him. And he's like, okay, I'm going to leave. So now the question is WWE going to sign him? And then if he does get signed, is he going to be the top guy there? Doubtful. Is he just going to be happy being a mid guy? I don't know. So it's a very strange story. And it's going to impact toys because they were pumping out a lot of Cody Rhodes figures, like almost every other series.
Oh yeah, okay.
He was scheduled to be in an upcoming set with CM Punk, and people thought this was going to be the first Cody in a suit because he wears a suit a lot.
Yes.
Like a, dress suit.
Right.
So we'll see if that figure still comes out, if they have time to pull it. We haven't seen it yet. So it's gonna impact the AEW toy line a lot, in addition to the actual TV product.
Right.
But something to keep an eye on. Very unique situation. I don't think anybody had this on their bingo card, but it's gonna be if he does go back to WWE, it's gonna be very interesting to see how they treat him, how the fans treat him. Because the fans were turning on him. He was trying to be a good guy. He didn't want to be a bad guy, but the fans didn't like his act.
Okay.
And they were turning on him, and it would have been a natural bad guy, but he didn't want to do it. He wanted to be a baby face.
And this is during the WWE tenure that he had.
Well, this was during AEW. It's like recently.
Oh, okay.
So it's like his character wasn't, the expression is getting over, which means like popular with the fans. Because they want him to be a bad guy. They want to boo him, but he wanted to be a good guy. So he was doing all these crazy spots, like going through a flaming table and doing crazy ladder matches to try to get the fans' approval, but they weren't having it. They want to boo him because but I think the problem was he was going out there as himself. Like he wasn't playing a character. He was playing himself, and people were booing him as a man. So he didn't like that. Like that hurt his feelings. So,
oh boy! Well,
now he's
hopefully
gone.
it works out for him.
Yeah,
I can say.
I just, when the news broke, it was like a weird feeling. Like, what's going on here? Like one of those, like when something that you're sure, it's like, the expression like death and taxes. It's like these are things that are always going to happen. Like I thought Cody Rhodes being part of AEW was always going to be a thing, and then it wasn't. And it's like, oh well, what else are we sure about? That's maybe not. It was just like one of those like, oh, okay, but we'll see what's gonna happen. In wrestling, you never say never,
right?
When there's money involved. We're getting a new Elton John figure from Neko.
Yes, you're
excited for that.
You're excited. You are. I'm not.
I'm not excited for it. I just want to see. I want to see that piano. I'd like to have an in-scale piano. Although I have the Muppets piano from Rolf, and honestly, that's fine. That's probably. It looks
like
enough.
very, very cheap. Like AstroTurf was put on top of it. Like there's like a felt, which I'm assuming he probably danced on the piano during this.
Yeah.
During this set that he did, I don't know what it's referencing. Shame on me, I suppose. But you haven't gone and looked for other 1/12 scale pianos at all? No.
It does look like a carpet. I'm sure that is what it looked like. I was taken by the fabric choice for the outfit because I was like, that's not what baseball outfits look like, but that is probably what the outfit he wore looked like.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he didn't have an authentic Dodgers uniform.
Well, it probably wouldn't have been as attractive. Like it had to be what Elton wanted.
It's so big though. How are they going to package this?
I don't know. I got the when I got the Mad Balls figures from Big Bad Toy Store, I also ordered the Toonie Terrors Jaws set. Mm-hmm. I could never find that in stores, and that thing's big. That's a big set. So who knows? They have the capability.
Who knows? Neko's so funny when they go out and just get these surprise licenses, like the Golden Girls and Home Alone, and just stuff
Bob
for
Ross.
This 8-inch line, Bob Ross. Yeah, like stuff you never thought there'd be toys for.
Right.
We should make a list of stuff what we would like to see, or like stuff that would be shocking for them to make.
But sure, like Married with Children would be fun. Do some Married with Children, or
Funko did those as the 4-inch line.
Oh, did they? Nah, I want a really detailed. I want like a really detailed like Peg Bundy. I would prefer
with
that.
A couch.
With a couch, sure.
And the TV, yeah. I want a version of Al.
Let's have
Al
sex.
And the new pig. Flush. Oh, the toilet. You can flush.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and think. Because it's just, I mean, like, it could literally be any sitcom ever that they could do.
Right.
Because it's just crazy. Like Dick Van Dyke, but have it be black and white.
Oh, that would be something.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Brady Bunch. Ultimate Brady Bunch.
Mego did the Brady Bunch.
Did they?
And
Migos
they
got
did
their,
it back in
their
the day,
figures
and then I think they re-released them recently.
Yeah, I can't count Mego as a action figure.
No, I don't. I never do. Did you see this toy of the year shenanigans?
A lot of that comes there. Why would you say it's shenanigans? I mean, there's some stuff on there that I'd never even seen before.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, who's voting on this?
Who's voting?
I wanna.
That would be a good research topic as to who votes for the toy of the year in the toy of the year.
It must say like that if it's legit, it's got to tell you who.
Yeah,
like I'm sure there is a magazine or something.
Like they're not sending out like mailers saying, "Hey, please vote for this."
Just to strangers on the street.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure it's legit. It's but it's just funny to me because toy of the year. First of all, last week we heard that McFarlane sold more DC figures than any other company, which is crazy. Right. But then this votes for the new Masters of the Universe as toy line of the year, action figure of the year.
Action figure of the year.
So, but it's like the whole. It doesn't spotlight one figure. It just has all of them. So,
right.
I don't know. I mean, that line is fine. I don't know that I would say it was the best of the year. Do they just not want to like give Hasbro anything on this?
Like any shake? Who knows? I mean, maybe it's all so just weird, like you pay for it. Like you pay for the win. Get.
Yeah. You probably do. That's how a lot of this works. Like if you want to put their logo on anything, you have to pay for the rights to do it.
Right.
So, but I would hope it wouldn't. I hope it's not like whoever pays us the most gets nominated. Like that's pretty bad. But it's also like doesn't matter to buyers.
Yeah.
Or like,
of course not.
The people who buy these toys, doesn't matter at all. It's just the companies probably like are popping champagne. But like, what's it based on? That's what I want to know. Like, you're looking at these toys and it's like, oh, this toy is better than this toy.
This
like,
toy
okay. Is it based on sales? Does it have anything?
More of the specific lead character on the shelves than any other.
Right.
It's probably between this and Batman for McFarlane.
Oh
like, we got to pick one. There's plenty of He-Mans on the shelf right now, but there's also plenty of Batmans. What do we do?
He-Man and Batman.
I picked up. So I've been slowly getting in this newest wave of Revelations figures, the ones that you found at Target.
Yeah.
I've been going through Amazon every single time they pop up. So I've gotten Stinkor and Andra so far, and I have Fisto coming up. But I opened the Andra figure, and her soft goods are amazing.
Oh, really?
They are very well done.
Somebody said that the Triclops soft goods were good as well. So.
I have heard that as well. So yeah, but the Andra one, so it's a thicker, almost like a felt material, but there's some ply to it.
Oh.
And she also has like a cowl. And that thing sits like how you'd like want like the Jedi robe to sit on like a Black Series figure, like just draped down. This sits on the portrait of the figure so well that it just looks like it's an amazing piece of fabric. Whatever they did, however they constructed.
I think were those on sale this week. I thought somebody was saying that maybe it was just their store that had them on sale, but it's like I'll probably that figure seems to be sticking around. If I was going to get it, I'd probably wait to save a couple bucks on it.
Okay,
but that's good. We always want better soft goods.
You do.
I don't like the Jedi robes that are all bunchy,
nice and stiff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's good.
That was just my observation on that one.
Mm-hmm. I was walking down the Target aisle today, and it's just a mess. It's pretty full, but there's like too much. There's definitely too much for the Jurassic Park section because everything they're trying to like pile stuff on top of each other. And I've noticed that some figures don't have the hooks built into the box. It's like they're supposed to be put flat, but there's no space for them, so they're just like piling them on top of each other.
Oh wow!
So it's just like a mess, and there's stuff from one line that's here that should be over there. And it's like no one is going through. So I was like trying to organize it a little bit, but there's just not enough space. And there's a John Hammond that has a broken hook. Right. It's like I come here every so often. I wanted this to look nice. Like make sure it's like take your shoes off when you come in my house. Like make sure these figures are in the right spot.
That's my biggest disappointment when I walk into my local Target, because it's always it's always empty, and B, the stuff that's there is always just thrown all over the place. I'd love to just walk in and be like nice and organized, nice and full. Like I can personally shop and like look through something, as opposed to finding one figure on this peg and then going all the way around the aisle and going to the end cap and finding the other figure that was in the wave. Yeah. It would just be nice. And I know there's staffing still, but man, it would be nice to walk into a nice, crisp.
You should take an afternoon, load up a cart, move everything out of the aisle, reset it yourself, put everything back, dust it off, get a duster or Swiffer. I feel like Swiffer.
I'm going to go there Monday. I'll go there maybe Monday or Tuesday this week. And I'm going to walk into like a row of 12 carriages full of restock that was found throughout the store. Because that's the big thing with Target, it seems like. Parents go in, they go to the toy aisle, they don't buy the kid the toy. They just have the kid walk around the store with it. Yeah. And then at the very end, they're like, oh, remember, we can't have that. Boom, take it away.
Say goodbye to it. That's what we do with Charlie. Like you can hold it, but we're not going to buy it. We'll take a picture of it.
Oh man, Eloise would not let that fly. Oh, Eloise would not. I can't even take her to Target anymore.
No, Charlie had a tantrum today because we went under the guise of, or no, this was the expectation. We're going to pick out what you want as a graduation present for preschool, and then he ended up picking out what he wants for Easter or something like that. You're not getting the toy today. You're just going to pick it out. Because he was trying to look online, he was trying to look on YouTube, and he kept like asking for Power Rangers from Japan and stuff. And it's like, no, we got to take you to a real store. So he finds what he wants, but then he keeps changing his mind and he can't figure it out. It's like he's choosing his last meal. He was so stressed out trying to make the right decision. He kept changing it, and he's like, maybe I don't want that. And I like, at one point I just like blocked the aisle. I was like, we're done here. And he just like stomped down the sports goods aisle, and he like threw a fit. I'm like, it's gonna be okay. Like, we're gonna buy you everything. Like, you don't have to like be so concerned about choosing the right thing.
Yeah, right.
We ordered. He said he wanted this old Power Ranger from Ninja Steel, one of the Zords, the Rumble Tusk. Yes. We ordered it from Amazon. It's here. Now he doesn't want it. So it's like, do I bring it back, or do I wait like till it's time to give it to him, because maybe he'll change his mind again? Want it.
Yeah. Oh man. Maybe I know when I go to Target with Eloise, it's like she'll see the big thing, and then I try to like get her down to a smaller item.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which may be one of those like those apple juices with the little figurine in it.
Oh.
Because she can't equate size. Delicious. I don't think. That's the thing. It's a toy. No matter, it's the idea of the toy over the size of the toy.
Well, we have trained Charlie to ask, like, is this too big? Because sometimes we'll say, like, no, that's too big. You got to ask for that for Christmas. So it'd be like, is this okay? Mm-hmm. It's tricky with kids. He's
still learning that. I feel like he's different for everybody.
We've talked about having toy anxiety, so I feel like he has second generation toy anxiety, where it's like, oh, someone's gonna take it. I was like, no one's gonna like scalp your Bakugan. Like, you're gonna be fine.
The conversation I had with Eloise, I've been letting Will play with. So Will really fell in love with the Rancor from Book of Boba Fett.
Yep.
But he's allowed some basement time, and in that period of time, he's found select things that he really, really likes to play with. So he got the Clone Wars Juggernaut tank, which is like the 8-wheeled giant tank. And for whatever crazy reason, I'm allowing him to play with it upstairs with all the figures that I had stored in it, the weapons, everything like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, you know what? Have fun with it. So then I noticed he was starting to be a little, and he's 2, so whatever. He's being a little haphazard with the weapons. Rough.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm getting really frustrated with this. I'm gonna have to take those weapons away. They're hard to find. And then Eloise chimes in. She goes, that's a lot like my Barbie accessories. I have to put those and organize them in such a way where I don't lose them. And I'm like, what have I done to this poor girl?
Right. Yeah.
She's so worried about losing like the little Barbie knife that comes with one of the sets.
Yep.
God, it's too funny.
Second generation toy anxiety.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a thing. That's going to be the title of this week. Well, I'm sure we'll have more to talk about that on future weeks now that we're looking out for it. Very quickly, I want to mention that we had a contest where you could win this thing. It's very cool, friends.
Oh, he's still free.
Yeah, I got to put him back in his box now. we got some winners. I'm gonna I'll move my mouth like this, and then I can put in the names later. No, so on Twitter we have at Scott Demko, the Scrappin' Young Lad. On Instagram, Vault of Nerd. Facebook, Johnny McGill. So I'm going to reach out to them this week. Probably by the time this airs, they will be alerted to their winnings. But congratulations, thank you.
Congratulations.
Contests don't really do so well anymore for getting people to engage. People don't have the time to do all the steps, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what the lowest level of engagement for the common listener or fan or whatever you want to call it is. Is it like literally like a like?
It might be.
Is it?
Yeah. Which I guess is fine. If you follow and like, that's enough. Like we want you to follow, but we need to know you entered.
You know what I think the biggest hesitancy is the share. Like we want you to share this. I think at that point people check out because it's like
they don't want people to know.
It's like I got my rebate, but now I've got to mail it in. Never mind.
Oh, okay. I was thinking more like I don't want to share this on my public page because then people know I like toys.
Oh, fair enough. That's true too.
That is a good step. That is a good point. Maybe you should have brought that up before we did this contest.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, we've learned our lesson. Probably won't do another one for a while unless somebody gives us something to give away. We'll try to think of something else.
Someone did give you something to give away, so it's fine.
Right. Yeah. But the other, two of them I paid $5 for, so that's my money.
There you go.
Now I'll have some shipping to write off on taxes next year. That's gonna be fun. Anything else? Undertaker's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Great.
Is that the Wrestling Hall of Fame?
Yeah, the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
How many inductees do they have a year?
Like 4 or 5, 6.
I feel like the Undertaker should have already been there at that point.
Well, it's like you're not supposed to be in the Hall of Fame until you retire. So like he keeps coming back, so he's not technically retired.
Oh, I getcha.
Wrestling is so weird. I mean, it's all predetermined, but it's obviously the Undertaker is gonna go in the Hall of Fame, but the Hall of Fame is based on nothing. It's just like what you want, who you want in there. Because like people like Macho Man aren't in the Hall of Fame, so like how real is this Hall of Fame?
Right. You pay to get
real
it.
As you want it to be.
You pay
it's
to get it.
Still real to me, damn it. Still real to me. Anything else? I feel like obviously it was a big week. I don't want to miss anything.
I believe we have collected all of our talking points.
Yeah, very good. We did a good job.
Yes.
All right. Anything else you want to share before we head out?
Stingy's still alive and well, in case anyone was wondering.
If anybody's wondering. You gotta send me some new photos. I'll put them on the internet somewhere.
New photos or nude photos of the
nude? No, dress him in clothes.
Fair enough.
dress your wasp in some clothes.
Well, I've gone as far now as to just saying like really bizarre stuff, like around my wife about the wasp.
Or saying things.
Yeah. So like the other day, I was like baby talking the wasp and like talking to it as I would
that
just to see like my wife's reaction. Yesterday, I proposed to my daughter that maybe we should invest in a collar and leash.
Good. Yeah.
For the wasp.
I know people do that.
To elicit a reaction from my wife and be like, what are you saying? So
you're trying to get her to like put you in the Looney Tunes bin.
Exactly. Yes. So I'm looking for the reaction, and it's partially there.
That sounds
depending on how absurd it is. Well, you got to keep it light. Keep it light. Got to keep it interesting. Can't always.
Got to keep it interesting. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, I can't top that. So you know what we say. We don't want to grow up. But we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.